I don't know if that's going to do you any good, though, is it?
No, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Ask
Shall I
him, will
ask?
you, if you could.
Yeah, I will.
It's not all about me, but if you could.
Yeah, no problem.
Helen here in 25. People now in their cars going, now, I'm sure I went to see them. Could have been. A few years back, a little book came out, Have Guitars Will Travel, chronicling the Northamptonshire music scene of the 50s into the 60s. The clubs, the bands, the audiences, the vibe. It went down so well, there was a second book that picked up the story and took it into the 80s. And now, a live show event at the Picturedrome on the Kettering Road in Northampton on Saturday, bringing a load of them together. Coil, Dark, that was them, at Accrington Stanley, loads. Will you meet the people behind the books and the event? Derek A. Thompson and Richard Digby. Nice to see you, fellas.
Hi, Bernie.
Good morning.
Tell me about the books first. Derek, what was the catalyst?
The catalyst to writing the books, retiring from work, I think, having a lot of time, having a real interest in music.
You were on that scene, were you, in the 60s?
I was listening to that scene. I could never play. I was good with fingers, I was good in the head, but the two never kind of matched up.
Can you now?
No.
No, come on. Let's have a
So
jam
I'm
class
now a
on Saturday
writer.
night.
I'm a writer and a fighter.
Yes. So you thought you put everything together in a book form. Was it easy to do? Because these are bands that often were, if not underground, they didn't have maybe the international platform.
No,
of
the
some.
interesting thing is to try and get the research together, try and find the people. A lot of them had passed away, God bless them. A lot of them were abroad or wherever. So to find the people was an interesting thing in itself, a bit of detective work, and then getting the stories out of them.
Of the places like the Old White Hart in Cotton End, still there,
Right.
Maple Ballroom in Bridge Street, the
Right.
Tech Scaffold Club, St Mary's,
Yeah.
Drill Hall, that was in Clare Street, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's still there, I think.
Yeah, doing the music.
Free were on at the Drill Hall,
Were they?
1970.
This is one of the great things about the book. You see these names like Leo Sayer, who played the cricket ground.
Yes, right.
These people who, and Rod, of course, with the faces at the Nag's Head.
Yeah.
You see all these bands who are known nationally and internationally who came to our little county.
AC/DC,
Yeah, when did they play?
70, I'm guessing now, 78, 77.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley, a pub in King's Heath.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
How about that?
It is unbelievable. With the Wailers
With the Wailers,
in
yeah.
King's Heath.
Yeah.
It's astonishing. And over there, of course, we had bigger names over there, didn't we?
Beatles.
Beatles, Cliff,
Stones.
were there. Yeah, we had all the top flyers in
We
there,
did.
in that one. So what's happened to them, these bands? How easy was it to find these guys? Accrington Stanley, famously, of course, still play.
Started very late in 79, still playing. So that was an easy one.
Yeah.
But some of them haven't played since 68, 67, 69. And I had to kind of first I had to find them and I had to coax them out of retirement.
How was that, Richard? Easy getting them on board?
No, it was really tricky. I was one of the people that Derek found to get some information for Volume 2. And it was surprisingly tricky to get even the members of the band that I was in back in the day.
Which was?
To Ignition. To get information and find photographs from back then, because I mean the stories are great, but the photograph helps, and we eventually managed to get some info together and get it across to Derek, and of course it's now in Volume 2, and that was where the inspiration came to put an event on, because the books are so good, it seemed a shame not to do something with all that material.
They're fab. I use them a lot.
Great.
A lot. There's the red one, which is the first one, and then the second series, which picks up the story and goes from 66 to 79, and a bit in the 80s with Bauhaus and all these other bands that come. Can we do a Volume 3? Was there not enough material for Volume 3?
Yeah, we can do a Volume 3. If I've got the time and the energy, we'll do it.
Yeah, of course you can. You've just said
We'll
you're
do
a
it.
writer and a lover.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Exactly right.
You can do all of that.
We're not going to let him off the hook.
No.
He's got to do Volume 3.
So your bandmates, tell me about Ignition then. Ignition was what size band?
Well, it started out as a little three-piece instrumental-only band. We played the Shadows mostly, but eventually it grew into a five-piece with lots of vocals and became Ignition Show Band.
Okay. And the music you were playing?
Pop music from the 60s and 70s. It's pretty dire stuff, really.
I love all that 70s cheesy pop, you see.
Yeah.
I love
Well, I'm
it.
glad somebody does.
No, I do. And Sweet and Mud and Rubettes are playing at the Derngate. They're coming back. There obviously aren't any members of Mud left anymore. And there are a couple from the Rubettes. They're coming back. I shall be in the front row. I love it. And they were managed locally, the Rubettes, by a Northamptonshire man.
Right.
So they're coming back. So that kind of stuff. Is it
Yeah.
bubblegum that you do? Is that the music that you do? The bubblegum pop?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, even Hitching a Ride, which everyone takes the mickey out of.
Vanity Fair.
Yes, we'll be doing that one on Saturday night.
See, you very kindly asked if I would do some sets and introduce the guys. So I'm going to be up in the Crow's Nest, aren't
Right.
I? Playing some stuff. I was going to play like Pink Floyd and Zepp and stuff. I might bring me Guys and Dolls and Vanity Fair records to play in that case.
Yeah,
Do it.
why not?
Do it.
We used to have a school record club on a Monday,
Right.
and of course it was the time of punk. So all my mates would take along punk, and if you weren't punk, you were more rock, like Rush, you know. And in the middle there'd be me playing the baccarat, and I'd be booed, and projectile things would be thrown down at me. But it'll be just the same, I think. And so when you put it to your bandmates that you wanted to play, were they up for it?
It took a little bit of encouraging to start with. They were just shocked and stunned. I mean, the singer from Ignition hadn't seen any of the rest of us for 38 years.
Musical differences?
No, not at all.
Just didn't like them?
He moved away. You know, people do, and he'd got a life in London and busy. But once we got talking about what an opportunity this was, really, to all get together, it's been really fun.
So who have you got?
Who have we got playing?
Yeah.
We start off with Phoenix.
Yeah.
There's 4 groups from the 60s. There's
Yeah.
5 groups from the 70s. We start off with Phoenix.
I'm going to play them in just a second.
Yeah. Then the Homelanders.
Yeah. Band formed in 62 originally. So we start with 2 good old favourites.
Yeah.
And then we go to
10 Joe, isn't it? Or was it
Dark.
Dark, who you just played.
Yep.
Then 10 Joe Green and King.
Dark was so interesting because we do a bouquet call in the morning, and we ring people for birthdays and anniversaries, and we speak to people who are still here. Some have moved away, and they have their lives they tell me about. They've gone off in different directions, and we spoke to Clive Thornycroft
Oh, yeah.
on his birthday a few weeks back, and he's on drums.
Yes.
He is.
And he was telling me about the Dark record, which they pressed about 60, 70 copies.
Yes.
And it kind of sank without trace.
Yeah.
And it's now worth £7,000.
Yeah.
10,000 euros.
That's
yeah.
unbelievable,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Could he bring a copy on Saturday that I can half inch?
I don't think he's got one.
You can get a CD, you can't get the vinyl.
Yeah, that's why it's so rare, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
It is. So they'll be playing, and then there's Eyesores. What are Eyesores?
Eyesores are a punk band.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all sorts then.
Oh, got all
Exactly.
sorts. I went to see them rehearsing a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, they're our generation, so they're older punks now.
Are they pogoing still?
No,
Are they spitting?
no, but the energy in the music is still there. It's just wonderful. The whole place was electric, so that's going to be really good fun.
Rehearsal's been fun for you.
Yes, going around to see everybody has been quite exciting, and seeing these guys, a lot of these guys that are having a reunion of their own. Has been really quite eye-opening. It's really good fun.
Did it matter to them that they didn't have international success? There are some in the book that did, but in the main they didn't. They were local, weren't they? They entertained people
I
in
think-
Northamptonshire and the Midlands, largely.
Exactly. And a lot
Yeah.
of people didn't want to move away and become stars anyway. They were quite happy in their jobs. They were quite happy playing in the evenings for a few bob.
Yeah.
And that's where they
A lot of the
stayed.
guys that are playing this weekend are professional musicians now. So a lot of talent really did come through.
And where do they go? Are they session players? Are they in other bands?
Lots of relatively unknown band members, but a lot of them are music teachers now.
Fantastic.
And a combination of the two, you know.
Isn't that great?
So it's really good.
Yeah. And they would have had their own fan bases, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Bands like the Tornadoes
Yeah.
and like, I don't know, the Dominoes. They would all have their core, just like you would at national level.
Yeah, let's hope this core is still around, are still
Yeah.
coming on Saturday.
Starts at 3, doesn't it?
Yeah. 3 o'clock the first band's on promptly, and we go through to midnight.
Very good. And each band will do 45 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll do a little set up in the up in the
15
gods,
minute changeover.
just
Yep.
to rechange the stage and everything. And this is good because often when I do these gigs, I'm told what to do, so I do what I'm told, and then you get on with it. But this, I'm not saying anything. I'm just playing some songs, then I'll be down with my notes. Here we got blah blah blah. Off we go. So
I'm
just
sure
keep it
you'll
rolling
say a
along.
few things, Bernard.
But if anyone heckles me, Derek, I'm telling you, I've had my fill of doing this, where people say to me, "Oh, will you come?" And so you do your thing, and then it's, "Oh, get on," and you think, "I've given up my Saturday night for this." So I'm gonna launch off that stage. It'd be like I'm crowd surfing. I'm gonna lamp them. I'm telling you now. When the punks are on, I'll be there nutting them.
Exactly.
So it's free. This is the big thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely free.
What a great thing.
And, the proceeds from the CD go towards paying the expenses of the gig.
This is the Have Guitars Will Travel CD, a journey through the music scene in Northampton, 57 to 1979. You have a few copies of this,
Yeah.
but mercifully, a lot have gone. I say
Yeah.
mercifully because it's been enabling you to fund the whole event. isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
So who sold this? Has it been from your
We've
website?
sold it to friends and colleagues. It's been on eBay.
Yeah.
And
Spiral have had it as well. haven't they?
Spiral have still got a few copies, which he's bringing on at the evening do on Saturday.
Very good.
There's about 10 copies left.
Okay.
So
I think we're going to have to get some more made. But,
Of course you are.
Because hopefully there's
great music.
You've got
I think
4
you'd
days to
agree.
do it, my friend.
Well, this is hopefully going to be an annual event. So
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
We'll have a new CD next
Yeah,
year.
and
Maybe a
especially-
new book.
Especially when we've got volume 3, there'll be some more doors opening there.
These two will be there on the night, will they?
Yes, they
People to
will.
buy copies of these?
Yes, they will.
And you can sign them as well, can't you, if people need them?
Yep,
Yeah,
sure.
and wonderful T-shirts for sale.
Yeah, very good. That T-shirt, I tried it on, by the way. It's like wearing a duvet. I'm going to have to get my needle and thread out before I wear it.
You need to eat more.
Sit on a bicycle pump all week, I think. Very good. Well, listen, it will be at the Picturedrome on the Kettering Road in Northampton, Saturday afternoon into the evening. So it starts at 3,
Yep.
when the first band will be.
Phoenix.
Get them people there to support Phoenix. And is there a website where people can see what you
Yeah,
do?
all the bands are highlighted on the Northampton Music Festival website,
Yeah.
which is Northampton Music Festival, all one word, .co.uk.
Yeah.
Then you go into what's on Saturday and then the Picturedrome, and you'll see all the groups and a little biopic of each group.
Very good. And I was saying last week, as I was plugging this, Richard, that it's a chance for people to meet the guys and to wallow in nostalgia, isn't it? So after they've done their set and before,
Yeah.
if you're at the bar or you sat down at the table, just grab them and talk about, do you remember when?
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Very, very good. You don't need a ticket, people. Just turn up and we'll play some good music in between. I was going to do, I thought I could play the whole of Shine On Crazy Diamond.
Ooh,
They're
now
going
you're
to love that,
talking.
aren't they? That'd be great. We'll get something herbal like Paxo. So we'll because obviously we can't do the other. So we'll get something Paxo-ish going around to recreate it. It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Marvellous.
A bit like Woodstock.
And
It's a
the rest.
mini Woodstock.
A mini
Glastonbury.
Woodstock. Yes. At the Picturedrome, Saturday from 3 o'clock. We will see you there. This band is the band that we were talking about. This is Phoenix. Only it's not. That's the only thing. If I'd retrained... No, I'm a highly trained... I'll have this down pat by Saturday. I'll have rehearsed.
fired.
We'll have done it. How can you fire me when I've not even started? This is Phoenix.
I do believe I saw you with a man twice your age. I can't conceive, babe, to love you could throw away. Don't walk out now. You can't be that unkind. I'll be with you, baby. Your heart's too strong for your mind. Hey, woman, sure you say that you just better leave. By the way, yeah, I can take all by your leave. Honey, don't you cry. I know you're not to blame. Now take your bag and leave me to my pain. Hey, woman, shall we say that you're not to blame? Now take your back, babe. Leave me to go my way.
See, I was doing all that unsigned band stuff long before our loud buttocks got his teeth into BBC Introducing. Long before. That's Phoenix. And Dave, the late singer of the band, was described by Paul Rogers of Free as being a superb blues singer, wasn't he just? We'll see you for that on Saturday from the afternoon, 3 o'clock on to midnight. Phoenix it was, and Cats on the Run.
Northamptonshire,
The home of the Urchester Country Park
the Corby Highland Gathering.
and BBC Radio Northampton.